Hello, everyone. It is Fraser LeVay, and this is the greatest travel podcast in the universe. Most likely, the 107th best travel podcast in Ecuador. We are trending like crazy. Today, we're getting serious. There's no Jackson offending most of the countries on Earth. There's no me swearing. We're talking about how and why you should travel abroad and volunteer. It's one of the most impactful, amazing things you'll ever do. Is life-changing. I've only said a few things are life-changing off the top of my head. My grandmother's pickle recipe, um, my first slow dance to When I See You Smile by Uncle Sam, volunteering abroad. I think those are the only three I can think of. Yeah, let's go with that. So, this is why you need to do this. Like I said, life changing, up there with some of the higher echelon things. Watching Dwayne Wade in the playoffs when he was going to win the championship, that was up there too. So, how to do it? Very simple. There's a couple of companies out there, and I'll tell you why. But I mean, I'm sure you get it. You, this is something you have to do. Drop everything. Don't go to a stupid beach vacation. If you have lots of travel time, go travel abroad, then continue your vacation from there. I'll kind of give you some examples, but first, how to. Very simple. There's a couple companies I've worked with in the past. International Volunteer Headquarters, ivhq.com, and Maximo Nivelle. IVHQ is worldwide. They're like Pitbull. They're everywhere. Maximo Nivelle is more Caribbean, Central American. I think maybe the USA. Um, Also like Pitbull, very Caribbean based. Actually, I don't even know if they're in the Caribbean. They're definitely in Central America. They started in Costa Rica. No, it's yeah. They started in Costa Rica. There's a couple in Costa Rica, in one of my favorite places on earth, Manuel Antonio. But what you can do with all these people, companies, all these two of them, you can do anything you want in your field of helpfulness. If you're a dentist, you can do dental work. There's nurse work. There's doctor work. You can build houses. You can just do manual labor and like help out with infrastructure. You can do childcare, sports management, coaching, which I did a mixture of childcare and sports coaching, that sort of thing. Um, yeah, you can literally just go play with animals and like do veterinary stuff. You don't even need to be a veterinarian. It's just like you help, feed them, all that kind of stuff. There's a ton of things you can do of every different genre of work, and it costs. There's an intro fee, which is, I mean, it's how they make their money. Obviously, it's a for-profit. I mean, they got to get paid somehow, so you have to pay. I don't know, it's a couple $100 to apply, and then after that, you pay per week, and per week that covers your lodging and a couple of meals each day. And yeah, so it's, I think, 250 to 350 a week, depending where you go for that. But you get a place to stay, you get a couple meals, and where you stay, you can be in dorms with all the other volunteers, depending where you go, or you can split a room at like a host family. Or like me, I asked if I could pay a little extra and have my own room because I'm old and I'm a bad sleeper, and I also just don't want roommates. So, but you can do a myriad of things. If you're young and just on a budget, just, stay in the dorms. But if you, want whatever, then do what I did. My host family was amazing. We can get into why you need to do this. One, just like the cultural immersion. I met this incredible family, and the mom was like formed to my mom the entire stay. She was incredible. Just being with them is like you create these lifelong memories and friends, and just connections. It was incredible, and made some authentic, incredible Peruvian food, and yeah, I loved it. The family was amazing. They had a puppy and a kitten. That was fun to play with. I met some friends I'll have forever. Which leads me to the point: if you're a female traveling alone, or if you've ever wanted to travel, I always, like, I have a little sister. I wouldn't want her to go travel alone ever, just because like Sure, there's a 0.00001% chance of something happening, but that chance is like the worst thing on earth. So if you are ever scared to travel alone, do this hands down, because you'll go there. Both companies will set you up in sort of an orientation. You meet people in your program. Each night there's like events or games to kind of do. Of course, after the first day or two, you'll just meet some friends organically through them to just go out and have dinner and drinks and whatever else. You also can see where you're from, so you can choose. If you some days you just work a half day or 3/4 of a day, so that leaves either the whole morning or the whole afternoon to go kind of venture around. I was in Cusco with one of these, and in Peru, and I had plenty of time to go tour the city for that. Now you can volunteer in one spot for as long as you want. If you have tons of time or you're backpacking through a place, and this is a great way to do it, and just stay there for a few weeks. Obviously, the longer you stay, the better connections you can have with the community. If you're short on time, then just go for a week, like I've done. So I volunteered for a week and then went and traveled for a week, and it's just incredible. Just I keep on saying incredible. I need a better word. It's just momentous, unreal. The feelings you get, all the words can't describe. It was truly one of the most amazing things I've ever done. When I was in like this village in the middle of nowhere outside Cusco, like an hour bus ride, just in the mountains, and their floor, they don't have floors. It's just dirt. The way they live, it's so rural, and just to be in the side of the mountain, and be like, wow, how am I here? Like, how am I helping these kids? The kids are just so open. The people are so open that you were there to kind of support them. It was once in a lifetime type stuff. Hopefully, I'm trying to make it 4 times in a lifetime, but you have to do it. Just a cultural immersion you get, making an impact. Of course, the more you can give back, the longer you can stay, the better. I went to I did a bit more than volunteered. I raised money to build soccer and basketball courts, soccer jerseys, a whole bunch of that stuff. Got everyone in the little village new soccer cleats, all the kids. So that was really cool. So the more you can kind of give back, you can work with your coordinators on doing more. If you're able to do more, if you're able to raise money, if you're, I was kind of short on time, but I was plentiful in being able to bring money to the place, to kind of make my trip as beneficial for them as possible, on top of the amazing experience I had. But what else? Yeah, it's just you have to do it. The self-awareness, the gratitude, the personal growth, meaningful travel. Sure, you can sit on a beach, but I just get bored. This was 10 times better than sitting on a beach. Going to Cusco and volunteering for like a week, as well as being able to travel around Cusco, was literally 1,000 times better than any beach holiday I've ever had. And then, like I said, after the weekend, I went to Machu Picchu and did the Inca Trail trek for a few days, and went to the Sacred Valley, and just then I went to the rainforest. So you basically just fly wherever you want to. Make sure you save 5 to 7 days for your volunteering. I think they do it like 6, 7 days, and then you get 6, 7 days of your own thing. Also, a side part, you meet so many locals who give you tips and advice on stuff to do. So I didn't even plan every single thing. I planned the big stuff, obviously, but when I got there, they're like, "Oh, you have to go do this. Stay here longer. Stay in the Sacred Valley longer. Do this XYZ. Here's some contacts for this." Amazing contacts that you meet along the way, just through the travel, the companies themselves, the people you meet. They, of course, have good advice, the best restaurants, the best things to do, versus you just winging it. Um, yeah, I wish I had better words to describe how impactful it was. Is, like I said, my favorite thing I've ever done, and I'll continue to do it. So yeah, you have to do it. There's how to do it. I will have a link in this about for what the companies are again, and more info, so you can reach out to them. And yeah, travel abroad, volunteer abroad. Best thing you'll ever do. This is inspiredtraveleat.com, the best travel podcast in the universe, potentially. I'm Fraser LeVay. Subscribe, save this, rate it 5 stars, nothing less, because that'll screw me over. See you later.